You know how we live in a world full of double standards?
Yeah.
Like, you know, the good-looking guy says something, it's seen as a compliment, but the ugly guy says the exact same thing, it's seen as harassment, and he should, like, lose his job and all of that bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. The ugly guy is like seen as a creep, and the good-looking guy, well, he just has his way. Like everyone looks up, and they get their panties wet for the good-looking guy.
Yeah. It's crazy to me that, like, that's the type of situation we are gonna be talking about today. Like, Kendra G, if you don't know her, she does like this dating show. She had this guy on who explained that he was in a relationship with a woman who essentially did something to him, which is technically the R word. Now, I can't say it on YouTube, but it sounds like grape. So, yeah. And she basically disregards it completely, and that's why I'm using this whole double standard thing. Because I 100% believe if it was a handsome man that came on her show and said the exact same thing, she would be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry for you. But because it's an ugly guy, and no disrespect to Papadan here, but he's not the most attractive looking man, she's like hostile and saying all of these mean things, disregarding his experience and basically saying it never happened. So
and also it's like it's almost like it's a waste of time. Is that her face is like she's not really looking forward to this video, wants to like hear what he has to say. But
yeah, it's like she's toning it out.
Yeah. And if it was a good looking guy, she'd be stuttering. She'd be like
enthusiastic. Yeah. So like her whole body language and everything, you could tell from you 100% right. But yeah, let's get into this.
Papadan. So I wanted to explain your side.
What's up?
But on that being said, you still have to willingly have. This is why I said, because that's the only way a woman could trap you.
Right.
But if you willingly have sex with her, then you participated. So did you willingly have sex with her?
I mean, she got me. I used to make wine back then, so like I said, on the level of accountability,
she Bill Cosby you? She gave you a pill?
For me, I can say on the level of accountability, when a woman wraps their legs around you in the process of you being on top and you trying to relinquish yourself from the situation, and she's saying, "No, dude, you ain't going nowhere. You gonna have my baby." And in that moment, as a dude, you're like, all right, well, shit, we gonna do plan B like we normally do.
Right.
And then she looked at me like, no, we ain't doing that neither. So, I was
so again, so she's letting you know all this in the app, and you still went through with it. So how was this?
No, at this point, you could tell Kendra is completely toning this guy out. She's actually not listening. She's hearing him, but she's not listening, and there's a big difference. The guy, first and foremost, if someone is intentionally getting into a intimate situation, a physically intimate sexual situation with somebody else, right? And then that person at some point wants to stop, but the other person continues, it is no longer consensual. Because if he is saying, no, I want to stop, and she is wrapping her legs around him, forcing him to, if you're, I don't think a lot of guys would disagree to this, but if you're at the moment of climax or at the moment of shooting that load, what is going to happen is it's going to come out whether you want it or not. You can only suppress that feeling so much, and she's like just completely disregarding that. She's like basically saying, oh, it doesn't matter if you was inside. Well, it doesn't matter because you was inside of her, and because she already said these things, it's still your fault. How could you say it's still his fault? That's insane.
Yeah, the only thing is that, okay, well, yes, he went inside of her and stuff, but he's actually also admitting that she got him intoxicated.
Yes, right? That's also a big part, yeah.
The thing is that when you are, you're not fully yourself.
Yes.
So, and then she wrapped her legs around him. It's not something he had known before. So, yes, I would say that she raped him. But
yeah. So, yeah, try not to use the R word, because YouTube is... Grape. Yeah, YouTube is super sensitive. Yeah, little bitches. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, you're 100% right. And even if you look at the definition here, it says unlawful sexual activity and usually sexual intercourse carried out forcibly or under threat of injury against a person's will. That's a big part here, right? Against a person's will is a big part here, or with a person who is beneath a certain age or incapable of valid consent because of mental illness, mental deficiency, intoxication, unconsciousness, or deception. Intoxication here is a big part, and deception is a big part here. So Kendra again is just doing the typical woman thing where a lot of them, they tell you, oh, it's okay for you to have feelings. You then show them the feelings and then they disregard said feelings.
Exactly.
What women's rights, her body, her choice.
Exactly. So here's the deal: her body, her choice, but you can decide not to put your body inside her body.
And that's the thing again that she's not understanding, because she already toned him out. She already sees him as a villain, right? It goes back to what I said before. If it was a handsome guy, her tone would be completely different.
And she would pay more focus on what he had said earlier.
Exactly.
Which was he did not know she was going to do that.
Yeah, it was a plan on her part, because earlier in the video he said that she was planning to get a green card out of him. So she was intentionally planning to get him drunk, then have sex with him, and then pin him down when he's close to finishing so he would finish inside of her. That at that point he was saying no, and in my opinion I would just use my man strength and pull out. You know what I mean? Or I would just put my hands down there and pull out manually. But again, sometimes this happens at such a split second. It's like defusing a bomb. You know what I mean? It's like you don't have enough time. So I understand how he was trapped, but she is just completely villainizing this man.
And he was drunk, so it probably felt really good as well.
Real quick, I said that because you said a woman trapped you. So sarcastically, I said, "Oh, she you,"
right.
And then you said yes.
Because that is what it is, but you people don't see it that way. When a man comes out and explains that he's been through something, everyone collectively says, bro, nut up or shut up, put on your big boy pants and just man up. And they just downplay it. That's just the society that we live in. But if a woman comes with the exact same problem, everyone's like, oh my god, that's so terrible. I feel so bad for you. Exactly. It's just a crazy double standard.
Well, you know what? A man can never be a damsel in distress, because at the end of the day, we're supposed to be masculine. We're not supposed to have feelings.
But in the
whole light of the situation, when we had the pre-conversation about kids, I didn't want to have kids at that time.
So here's the deal. Okay, if you don't want to have kids at times, then your responsibility is A, you don't have sex with her because you don't want to have kids. B, you wear a condom.
Babe, could you imagine being a assault victim and you tell somebody about that and they're like, oh, well, your responsibility is this and you shouldn't do this. Could you imagine how disgusted you would feel?
Yes, I would feel disgusted because, as what he said, they had a conversation about it, and he went and noted with thinking that, okay, she understands that, okay, he doesn't want to have a child, and that's why they agreed upon, just having normal. It probably was regular, so that he didn't really have to worry about, okay, well, I could just pull out like any time. But no, this was his.
It was a trap.
Her big shot here. She wanted that baby. Yeah,
it was a trap, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. And now we have Kendra saying to him, "Oh well, no, this is still your fault. It's your fault. You're supposed to do this and that and the third." And it's like 100% you are being tone deaf, right? You lack the self-awareness to realize you're telling a victim this is your fault.
Yeah, she's acting as if she's there. You weren't there, so. At least hear out his side and listen to what he's saying. Yeah. It's not like he wasn't taking accountability. He shouldn't have drank the wine.
Exactly. So to me, it just is what it is. I don't think we need to say much more on this topic, honestly. I think Kendra was way too bullheaded in this MTR, mediocre tutorial and reviews, is where I got this clip from. You could actually see a little bit of his face down to the bottom right there. I didn't want to just, you know, grab his stuff and just talk over it, so I just got the clip from there. But if y'all agree with our takes on this video, do you think she is 100% being biased because what's his name, Papadan, isn't super attractive? You think that's what it is? I think that's what it is. I really do, because she do be treating less attractive people differently, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you'll agree, go ahead and like and subscribe. If you disagree, tell us why you disagree down in the comments below.
Yeah, I'd love to see you y'all's comments about, you know, the video. I want to hear like see your thoughts about this.
Yeah.
And also I'm glad that he's taking care of the child as well.
Yeah, that's actually a good thing too. Well, alright, y'all have a good rest of your day. Later.
Bye.